made it work.
How did you first meet?
Yes, we first met. We were introduced actually by a mutual friend who we will
We should protect her privacy and
protect her
not
privacy.
reveal
Yeah,
too much of that.
and but it was literally it was through her, and then we met once and then twice back to back, 2 dates in London, last July.
Yes.
Beginning of July, and then.
Hold on to your seats, folks, because this tea is piping hot. A new revelation has just surfaced that might completely rewrite the story of how Prince Harry and Meghan Markle met. We've all heard the official timeline, but what if it's all just smoke and mirrors? A former co-star of Meghan's from a movie she worked on just 6 months before meeting Harry has dropped a bombshell on a podcast, and let me tell you, it's a mic drop moment. In less than 2 minutes, this insider exposed a web of contradictions that could shake the Sussexes' carefully curated narrative to its core. Not only did this co-star suggest that Meghan may have had another romantic entanglement at the time, but they also hinted that she might have been the one behind a significant leak to royal reporter Camilla Timoney. Yes, you heard that right. This twist makes it hard not to wonder, could Meghan have been playing a much bigger game behind the scenes? And here's the kicker, the podcast guests didn't just stop at one revelation. They flat out accused Meghan and Harry of fabricating parts of their story, calling them big fat liars. It's a lot to unpack, but one thing is for sure, the plot has officially thickened. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because we've got even more shocking details coming your way. Hold on to your tea because we've got a Hallmark star throwing shade on Harry and Meghan's love story, and honestly, things aren't adding up. The drama, Meghan Markle's former co-star, Christopher P. Yes, from the Dater's Handbook, that Hallmark rom-com you probably forgot existed, is at the center of this juicy timeline scandal. Back when he filmed the movie, Christopher was flat broke, with just $80 to his name, taking the gig just to make rent. But in a recent interview, he casually dropped a detail that could blow a hole in Harry and Meghan's carefully curated love story. Let's rewind to the version of events we've always been told. According to the Duke and Duchess, their storybook romance began in July 2016. Picture this. Harry scrolling through Instagram, stumbling on a photo of Meghan rocking a dog filter. Yes, a dog filter, and instantly needing to meet her. By July 1st, they were on their first date in London. Harry's even confessed he was late because he'd just gotten off the Eurostar from France after a royal engagement. Romantic, right? But Christopher's tea suggests there might be more to the story. In his interview, Christopher mentioned Meghan being overseas in March 2016, possibly Rwanda or somewhere else, throwing the July timeline into question. While his details were vague, it's got everyone wondering, did Harry and Meghan's love story really start in July, or is this just the version they want us to believe? And let's not forget the time they couldn't agree on how they met. Was it through a mutual friend or something else entirely? Those details have always been a little murky, and this latest revelation is stirring the pot even more. Now, some might say, why does this matter? Well, for a couple who's built their entire brand around a whirlwind romance, these inconsistencies feel more than a little suspicious. Are we looking at an innocent timeline mix-up, or is there some strategic rewriting of history going on? Christopher's comments haven't gone viral yet, but trust me, they're about to. So, what's the verdict? Did Christopher accidentally spill the truth? Or is this all just one big overreaction? Drop your theories in the comments because we know this is going to spark some serious debate. Meghan Markle's past relationships have always been a topic of speculation. But what if we told you there's more to the story? Early March 2016, while the world was still years away from her royal fairy tale, Meghan was reportedly engaged to Canadian chef Corey Vitiello. Yep, you heard that right, but it doesn't end there. According to none other than the director of Suits, Meghan introduced Corey as her fiancé, and the couple was even living together. Now, here's where things get juicy. Meghan's Suits co-star Christopher shared that they had an amazing time working together, but also dropped a bombshell. This was just 6 months before Meghan met Prince Harry. Allegedly, during this time, Meghan confided in Christopher that her relationship with Corey was on shaky ground. She reportedly told him she wasn't really that into Corey, a claim that's eerily similar to what she allegedly said about her previous marriage to Trevor Engelson. By July 2016, Meghan and Corey were still living together, but the cracks in their relationship seemed impossible to ignore. Fast forward to a candid clip that's now making the rounds online, and Meghan is allegedly seen admitting to someone that she's dating a guy from Toronto, but isn't serious about him. The person even advises her to just break up if that's how she feels. Here's the kicker. This clip is said to reveal the real timeline of Meghan's relationships, and trust us, it's mind-blowing.
Tell me the movie again that you did with Meghan Markle.
Yeah, it's called A Dater's Handbook.
Okay. And that was 6 months before she met Harry?
Literally, yeah.
Was she on Suits? So she was on Suits.
She was still on Suits. I liked her. I had a great time with her. We had fun. Yeah. I think she's cool. She's whip smart.
Did you think this woman should be a princess?
I mean,
she's going to do well. Wasn't she married before?
She was. She was married and she had been divorced. And then when I met her, she was dating this guy in Toronto that she wasn't that into. And I was like, why are you dating a guy you're not that into? Like, you just got out of a marriage you weren't that into. Like,
yeah,
go be free. So she texted me and she's like, I took your advice. I broke up with the guy.
Now I'm free.
Footloose and fancy free. And I was like, good for you. And then our movie aired in February. And then in March, she's like, hey, I met somebody. And I was like, that's quick.
She just said, I met somebody.
Yeah. She's like, I met somebody. And then radio silence until October. And then in October, I get my last text from Meghan Markle. And she was like, the news is going to break today.
Yeah.
The guy that I met is Prince Harry. I'm like, holy shit. And she's like, I'm bouncing. I don't think I cleared the friend list. I didn't bet.
Wait. No. Because I would have heard if you went to the royal wedding.
I didn't go. Our agent did though. Nick was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Spectacular.
According to new claims, Meghan was allegedly filming with someone else just 6 months before meeting Harry, and things were reportedly far from platonic. The insider shared that Meghan told him she had a thing with her co-star, and even asked for advice on dumping her then-boyfriend, Corey Vitiello. After Meghan called to say she followed his advice and ended things, it seems she might have expected the romance to spark with him. But here's the twist. He didn't take the bait. Fast forward to March 2016, when Meghan met Prince Harry. Yet the timeline starts to blur because Corey was still very much in the picture. Reports suggest Corey and Meghan spent Easter together in April, and Corey even cooked for Meghan's mom's birthday in July. So was Meghan juggling relationships? The story gets even juicier in October when Meghan reportedly messaged her former filming partner, revealing that her relationship with Harry was about to hit the headlines. How did she know unless she was the one leaking it? The story eventually broke on October 31st, sparking questions about Meghan's role in tipping off the press. With all these overlapping timelines, the burning question remains: when did Meghan's royal romance really begin? And was Corey ever truly out of the picture? But here's where things get really messy. Meghan's relationships before Harry are now under the microscope, and let's just say the timeline raises eyebrows. Rumors suggest that while she was still involved with her long-term partner Corey Vitiello, Harry might have been the other man. Can you imagine? And that's not all. Allegations have surfaced about Meghan's past, including a rumored sex tape from 2012, where she's seen wearing a gold Cartier watch she allegedly bought for herself. If true, this tape could open up a whole new chapter of questions about her past relationships and intentions. So, the big question remains: what did Prince Harry know about all this? And when? Did he walk into this relationship with his eyes wide open? Or is he only now discovering the full story? Let us know what you think, because this saga is far from over.